After getting pregnant, I suddenly discovered I had two identical husbands. Every night, they gave me a glass of milk laced with sleeping pills. Then they took turns appearing in my bed. I held my breath, hiding behind the bedroom door, trying to eavesdrop. But I accidentally knocked over a cup, alerting them. Who's there? Not daring to imagine the consequences of being discovered, I quickly fled to bed and pretended to be asleep. The door opened. I could feel two people scrutinizing me with penetrating gazes. Maya? After what felt like forever, the bed suddenly dipped. A tall figure pressed against my back, intimately whispering my name in my ear. The other person moved closer from the front, sandwiching me between them. They wrapped their arms around my waist, fingers tracing over my clothes, stroking every zone they knew so well, over and over again. Utterly shameless. I forced myself to suppress the trembling, holding back any sound from my throat, not even daring to move my eyes. Just then, my nightgown was lifted. My inner thigh felt cold. A burning hot palm slid upward along the inside. Fingertips stopped at the most dangerous edge, circling gently, but never quite touching. I was terrified. Was this what they did to me every night? I was on the verge of breaking down. Then one hand pressed down on the wandering hand. Stop it. With this dose, she won't wake up. Immediately after, that hoarse voice threatened. Cole, I'm warning you, stop drugging her. She's carrying my son. Your son? How can someone with dead sperm have a son? I'm the real father here. If I don't feel sorry for her, why should you? Cole coldly grabbed Derek's hand back. Derek, don't tell me you're catching feelings. Don't forget, you promised me that after she gives birth, you'd make her donate her kidney to me. Hearing Cole's words, Derek immediately softened his tone, coaxing. What are you talking about? You know I only married her to find you a kidney. Lying in bed, I felt like I'd fallen into an ice cave. My husband of 2 years, who had always been so loving, had only seen me as a breeding tool and a walking kidney donor. But my mother-in-law Margaret had never mentioned that Derek was a twin. What was their relationship exactly? Did Margaret, who had always doted on me even more than on Derek, know about all this? After thinking all night, by the next day's prenatal checkup, my eyes had dark circles under them. The doctor examined me and warned us that now that I was pregnant, we shouldn't be so active in bed. Derek's face darkened. He knelt by the examination bed, helping me put on my shoes and socks. From my angle, I could only see the top of his head. But from his unusually silent demeanor, I could tell he was unhappy. I sneered inwardly. This was the consequence he'd caused with his own hands. What right did he have to be unhappy? Derek, I've been feeling so awful since getting pregnant. The doctor said the baby isn't developing well. Maybe we should just terminate it. In the end, he was someone I'd married out of love. I couldn't help making one last test for our relationship. Did he really not care about me at all? His hands paused while putting on my shoes, then he gently stood up and kissed my forehead. Why are you talking nonsense? Didn't you sleep well? The gaze meeting mine was full of sharp, uneasy scrutiny. He was wondering if I'd actually been awake last night and discovered their secret. My heart turned to ash. But then something even more desperate happened. When we reached the stairwell, he actually tried to push me down from behind. The metal handrail reflected like a mirror, showing his twisted, vicious expression. In that instant, all my hopes for this man completely shattered. I suddenly turned and threw myself into his arms, hugging his waist and acting cute with him like usual, catching him completely off guard. But inside, I was sneering coldly. You bastard. Just wait. Dare to covet my kidney, treat me like a breeding tool. You two scumbags can hold hands and go to hell together. From that day on, I gradually learned to distinguish between Derek and Cole. Derek had bigger muscles and a more prominent bulge in his pants. Cole was more delicate, without Derek's muscular build. What shocked me even more was that Cole lived right next door to us. That evening, while Derek was showering, I insisted I wanted a late-night snack. Margaret could only reluctantly go make it. Taking advantage of the lack of supervision, I used smoke I'd prepared